What's up to everybody out there? I can't believe I'm going to willingly subject myself to this again because this show kind of makes my blood boil, but because I want to share it with you, I'm going to do just that. I recently watched a show called Put a Ring on It. I'm not sure if you are or are not familiar with this show, but check it out.
Welcome, everyone.
Hey, how are you?
Each couple in this room is here for the same reason. You're all in committed, long-term relationships. You've been thinking about marriage, talking about marriage, but none of you have actually walked down the aisle. Your relationship is at a crossroads. You're either stuck or you're refusing to move. Well, when we're done, you'll finally have an answer to the question that's been torturing your relationship for a long time. Should you go your separate ways, or is it finally time to put a ring on it?
Every time I watch this show, my blood pressure goes through the roof.
After listening to all of your stories, one thing is clear. All of you have very specific expectations for your relationship.
I agree.
And those expectations don't match.
Facts.
To finally get past your differences, you're going to push the boundaries of your relationship to the limit by dating other people.
Okay, so just to recap, these couples have been together for a while, and they're trying to figure out whether or not they want to actually tie the knot and get married. But the plot of the show is one partner really wants to get married while the other one is showing some hesitation. So the doctor or the relationship coach, what she does is, in order to help them figure out whether or not they want to actually marry the person they're with, she has them go out on dates and do other things with other people so that they can see whether or not they want to go experience life elsewhere or tie the knot with the person that they're with. And I know this is a television show, it's a form of entertainment, but if we are supposed to try to glean anything from this show, why would you even consider marrying somebody if there was even an inkling in your mind that you could do better than that person? For me personally, I always thought that if you were considering marrying somebody, then the standard had to be that person was the one. Why else would you be marrying them? So for a person to be considered as the candidate for that, you would have to be looking at the person you wanted to spend the rest of your life with. If you could possibly entertain the thought of being with somebody else, the whole thing should come to an end at that exact moment. If I took my woman on this show and the relationship coach said, okay, we're going to put your relationship to the test by having you go out with other people and see other people. If I was considering marrying this woman, then if they came to me telling me that that was the test, I would have shut it down immediately. Well, looks like we're not doing this. Can't be on the show. We're out of here. See you later. And I would have expected her to do the exact same thing. Oh, our test is to do what? To see other people? Well, that's not even a question. We're out of here. Because for what other reason would you consider marrying this person if they didn't bring that out of you? If you didn't think you were looking at the one, why else are you marrying them? In this life, you can't look at what people do and get a clear-cut representation of what they stand for. Because what we stand for, our principles normally don't guide our decision making. We are survivalists. Therefore, the things that normally guide our decision making is success of the situation, opportunity, and consumerism. This right here is a clear-cut example that relationships are based more on opportunity than anything else. But when you're dealing with relationships, it's a little bit more to it than that, because People aren't products. This is not a tournament. This is not the US Olympics. There is no second place. This person is either it or they are not, because you have to take into consideration that this is a human being that you're dealing with, and you have the possibility of seriously damaging somebody emotionally. You have to understand that. You don't get to tell somebody after you've invested years into them, oh, I made a mistake. People don't generally bounce back from that too well. This is a joke. This is what irritates me, because marriage isn't taken as serious as it is. And for certain people to entertain it, because when I get to the end of the episode and I see the partner saying, well, I'm glad they chose me. You are? You're glad that they chose you. You're glad that this person who considered that you weren't enough and allowed somebody else to see whether or not they could trump you. And when they lost, they said, no, my person is enough. That person is the one for you. This is infuriating to me. I watch this and I get infuriated, but that's just me. Let me know what you think. I'm out. I don't ever have to watch this again.